Hi you guys, welcome back to my channel. So obviously a new kind of setup, not my nice and pretty one like usually. The reason behind that is because my parents actually moved in about 3 or 4 weeks ago. So they're occupying my office slash film room, and which meant I had to take down my little setup for now, and I'm not sure I want to put it in my living room, which is where I'm filming right now, just an empty wall, which these shadows are bothering me a little bit, but there's not much I can do. So if I like stare over to the side, I'm just trying to make sure that nothing like changes drastically about the light and stuff. So I'm trying to refrain from starting my videos the same way I usually do lately, which is it's been a while, but it really has been a while again. Another disclaimer, I guess, we do have 4 dogs in the house now, so if you hear anybody walking around or growling or whatever, that's them. But yeah, let's get back into this whole TTC slash infertility like subject. And I know the last video that I made was, I don't want to say like Debbie Downer-ish, but it was just me coming to the conclusion that things weren't going to be happening and all that stuff. So I do have a little bit of a confession to make to those of you here on YouTube. Like always, if you do follow me on Instagram, you get updates like almost daily and you hear things more frequently and you're more in the loop than you are on here, just because it is easier to post on there rather than have to film, edit, and everything like that. I do have more time to film now that my parents are moved in and things are more settled in, so I'm hoping to be able to update you guys more often again. But I think I have to like stop promising those things, like trying to film more often and all that stuff, because things come up and then people get upset. So I don't want to upset any more people. On a more exciting like news part, after that last video, I swore I was going to lose so many people because people follow me because of the TTC and infertility journey and trying to have a baby, and me saying that we're pretty much done. I just assumed that people, which made sense, would want to unsubscribe because there's no point in following me. But we actually gained a couple of people. It was a little bit of an up and down since then, but we're like 2 or 3 subscribers away from 1,000. Like, what? It's pretty crazy, and I'm pretty excited about it. Hopefully we'll get there soon so we can do something for that special 1,000. I can't even believe I'm saying this, 1,000. Like, I remember when I started this, 100 or 200 was crazy, but now we're almost hitting 1,000. So thank you guys so much for still wanting to stick with me and wanting to hear about our journey. So back to the confession that I have to make. I know this video is all over the place. Like always, I don't have like anything written down. This is just me saying, okay, I have to make a video, or I want to make a video to update you guys, and my mind's just going like 100 miles an hour, trying to figure out what to like update you guys on. So the confession that I have to make is that after I made that video, we actually ended up trying, and the whole concept behind that, like, we weren't like trying, but it wasn't like I wasn't temping, I weren't doing any OPKs, we weren't pressuring the whole baby dancing part, nothing. It was just a matter of, I had some Femera left, so I was like, I might as well take it until I figure out what I want to do, whether I want to go back on birth control or whatever. And so I was like, I'll just take it. We're busy with our minds, like trying to get the rooms, like everything set up for my parents to move in, trying to like, it's starting to get warm out, so there's like lots of things that need to be done around the house. We were just like really, really busy with things, and so I thought, well, who knows, like we're not trying, but we're not preventing kind of thing either. So the closer we got to like ovulation and the 2-week wait, and my whole thought process was like, I didn't even share anything on Instagram. I didn't leave any hints of as we're trying. And to be honest, that 1 month of I don't want to call it pressure, because it is nice to be able to talk about things and talk about how it goes. But also when you share your story and you're trying to conceive like part of it all and what you're doing and when you're baby dancing and all that stuff, it is just a matter of, when the cycle, like when you come to the point where it's testing time, there's not only pressure for you because you obviously want a positive, but it's like at some point, I don't know if anybody else ever feels like that, that's on YouTube or Instagram or anywhere else, is like, you're just sick of having to post negative pregnancy tests. Like, I feel like I'm sickening people with every time going, oh, well, never mind, didn't work. Nope, BFN again. And so you get to that point where it's just like, oh, no, I gotta tell everybody again. You know what I mean? Like, not that I'm dreading this, because I love doing this. Like, don't get me wrong. This is like, it is so nice to have people to talk about things. But that 1 month of nobody knowing anything was just great. And obviously, the whole point of it was I was hoping to be able to post on Instagram or on here, like, by the way, surprise, we're trying, and yay, we got it. But, in case I'm, like, leading you on, no, we're not pregnant, it didn't work. So, but you know what, like a lot of people said, like, when you're least expecting, things happen. So we tried that approach too, I guess, and it didn't quite work. But oh well, it's not like we physically put every dollar or every emotion or everything else into that cycle. Yes, obviously you're devastated no matter what, with the BFN when you've been trying so long, and it never gets easier, but in a way it was a little bit easier that cycle, just because, like I said, we didn't put that much effort into it anyway. But to answer your next question, yes, we are kind of doing the same thing again this month. Like I said, Matt's in school. I'm trying to, like, get things in order, trying to plan some things for this year, and this was my last dosage of 7.5 milligram of Femeri that I had left. So instead of, like, letting it go to waste, I needed a cycle anyway. I did take another dosage, and so I'm going to be ovulating at some point, but we're not tracking. We're not doing anything differently. When we want to baby dance, we're going to baby dance. We're not going to obsess about it. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it doesn't. But I guess just to update you guys on everything, like today's April 6th, I'm hoping to have, I'm just checking my phone so I can actually tell you guys what's happening this cycle, because I haven't checked myself in forever. So yeah, today's April 6th. I'm hoping to have that video up today. I'll probably edit it later. Hopefully it'll be up later this evening. So yeah, today's cycle day 18. So technically I'm probably somewhere in my fertile week right now. As far as baby dancing or anything, nothing crazy's been going on. Like I said, if anything should happen, it'll happen. If it doesn't, it doesn't. We're not gonna keep stressing about it for right now. It's starting to get warmer here. The snow's starting to melt. We're gonna get lots of rain here soon, which kind of sucks, but we're just like, I don't know, for me personally, I can't speak for Matt because I don't know his exact feelings or anything, like, not in that regard, like I'm the one sharing here, but for me it's like it's spring, so, well, it's starting to be spring here in Alberta. We're starting to get a little bit warmer temperatures. Like, I mean, lately when we've had like +7 outside, I'm like just looking outside because it's so pretty, the sun's shining and stuff. We're so used to these like cold temperatures, and for the last couple of weeks it's literally been like snowstorm, warm, snowstorm, warm. So for the past like week or so, we've actually had nice weather, and it stayed around like +5 or 10-ish. Kind of windy, but still like you just enjoying the sunshine and not having to wear like a thick winter jacket. So that's kind of uplifted my mood a little bit. I don't know if you guys can tell, I'm trying to stay more positive about things, even though things haven't been that great, but just trying to have a different attitude and trying to enjoy this spring and summer more than just being miserable all the time. But that was like all of this, and the main reason that I wanted to come on here is because I wanted to share something a little bit more personal, I guess. I don't know if you can get more personal than our sex life, but yeah. So about like a month or so ago, I actually, well, how am I going to start this? When the whole fertility clinic thing was happening with the IUI, like our first consultation, like beginning of January, I think it was, this whole thing happened where we found a stolen truck, and it ended up belonging to a medium/psychic, and she ended up like talking to us a little bit, and she was saying that she already knew that we were going to a fertility clinic, even though I hadn't mentioned anything to her. And she said that she's looking forward to congratulating us on our pregnancy very soon, and that she sees pink, like just that kind of thing. So since then, obviously we've been like kind of freaking out, hoping that it would happen with our IUI, which it didn't, kind of thing. So it was, I don't know, like I do truly believe in those kinds of people and that they do know about things. But obviously at that point when you're like, okay, it's been like a couple months, which is kind of soon, and it didn't happen during soon. So when is it gonna happen? Like, is it gonna happen? Is she just talking BS? Like, what's happening? So anyway, end of January, beginning of February, I was talking to her in regards to all of this and how it didn't happen, or we weren't sure if it happened, that kind of thing. So I ended up getting what was called a year in review reading, which I shared with a bunch of you on Instagram. I don't know if I talked about it on here, but anyway, it was like you get a reading done with like the cards, and it's for every month of the year that she kind of talks about what's going to happen to you during that month. Now, a lot of things kind of added up with what could happen that year, so we're kind of trying to read into things. On, like, for example, in March, it said fertility, and it said that someone in my family or myself would be announcing a pregnancy, or it could also be, like, the bond between a mother and child growing stronger kind of thing. So, obviously, my first thought was, okay, this is it. March will be the month. Either we'll be conceiving in March, or we're already conceived and we'll find out in March. So March, like, is gone for like 6 days now, and we're obviously not pregnant. So it was, in a way, I was obviously very upset at first, because I was like, great, you had your hopes up, you got lied to, just got scammed, that kind of thing. But now looking back at it, I can see it in two different things. One is, obviously, like, we've lived on our own for 2 years now, and in March, my parents moved back in, meaning I actually got closer to my mom again, meaning, like, we talk more often again, obviously, because we see each other daily, which could be what she meant with mother-daughter or mother-child relationship growing stronger, which makes sense. Or she talked about that somebody in my family would be announcing a pregnancy. Now, my family, like, I don't have any siblings. I have my parents. Matt's family, nobody announced anything either. But March seemed to have been a crazy month for people on my Instagram that actually got pregnant. And for you guys, like, you are my sisters, my family, like my TTC family, my infertility family. And I guess in a way I was selfish enough to think that it would be me announcing my pregnancy, because I was hoping, obviously. But then getting mad at it, thinking that it was all a lie, and then realizing she was actually right. Because at least 2 or 3 of my closer circle of people that I talk to almost daily, like, kind of like commenting back and forth. Like, you know, you have everybody on there and you follow everybody and all that stuff, but you have always like a couple of ladies that you just, like, you're there every day, like, rooting for them, waiting for an update, that kind of thing. And a lot of them in my circle lately have been announcing their pregnancy, and that made me realize that she was spot on, because in my family, in my TTC family, girls actually got pregnant and have announced their pregnancy. And that, in a way, again, made me so happy, because it actually meant that she was right, and it actually did happen. And so many of those girls actually got to have their BFP and are moving towards the rainbow baby. So to those ladies, anyway, like, biggest congrats ever. Sorry, there's like a bird, and I'm scared they're gonna, like, smash into my window. So yeah, that was kind of that. And everything else about the year, I don't know. As of right now, it has nothing TTC related. Not the way that I'm reading it, but I guess we'll see as we go along. By the way, if I'm, like, shifting, I'm just trying to, like, be comfortable. I have to put, like, a chair here so I can stop bouncing around. Just checking the time that we're still good to go. So anyway, about a month, the whole thing that I'm getting to, about a month or so ago, I actually won another reading of hers through Snapchat, and it was like she had what's called a reading week, so you could purchase a bunch of readings for a cheaper price, and it was intermediate readings, versus if you were to purchase like a private reading, there's like a 3-year wait list right now for her. Like, she has her own TV show, she has like she's like a very big deal around here, and people that want like a personal one-on-one reading for, like, on the phone or at her place, the wait list is ridiculous. So she wanted to do something where people could have like a small glimpse of something faster, like within a month or so. So she wanted to see I think there was like, I don't know, you could either send in a picture of a loved one that passed away and she will connect with them and tell you something about them. There was a bunch of them. And on Snapchat, she was asking if you could purchase any of them or if you could have any of them, which one would you want? And I was drawn to the one that was called problem solving, which meant you got to ask a question, and she would kind of like ask your spirits, your angels, whoever, to kind of give you an answer. And so I won that reading and I submitted my question. I think it was like end of February. And the question, like I was trying to find the email, but it's so far back because we talk a lot back and forth. So the question obviously that I asked her was fertility related, because I was at a low point. I wanted to know if I was ever going to have a rainbow baby, or yeah, that kind of thing. So the question kind of that I asked, like I said, I'll just kind of rephrase it, was obviously fertility related. And I was like, we're just trying to really find out whether or not we're going to have a baby soon. When soon was going to be, because she said soon before, and if that baby was going to be a viable pregnancy or if we were going to lose another one. And then I put at the end that I know it's like a one question kind of like thing, but I was like, if there's any way that you can let me know that our 2 angel babies are doing okay, I would be forever grateful. And that was the message that I sent, waiting to get an answer. Now, the whole, like on the receipt that you got, it said, like, you will get your reading for sure by March 31st. So every day an email came, I was like, oh my gosh, maybe this is it. And March 31st, just this past weekend, came around, and it turned Saturday. It was April 1st, and nothing. I didn't get my email. So I messaged them, and I had to wait until Monday to get a reply, because I'm like, where's my reading? Did you forget about me? And it turned out like there was some kind of glimpse, and I didn't actually receive my email. So I just wanted to share with you guys what the reading was. Like, it's a recording that gets sent to you. She actually says my name. It's not just some random reading. So yeah, I'll have to figure out how to play it for you guys. I'll play it on here and maybe put the audio over so you can actually hear. If I can't figure out how to do that, I'll just put the subtitles on the bottom. Okay, so I'll try and play it like I said. I might pause it in between. I hope you guys can hear it. I'll turn my volume all the way up. But like I said, if you guys, like if I edit it, and you guys can't actually hear it or not properly, I'll either put subtitles so you guys can hear what it says, or I'll just like try to put the actual audio over this clip so you guys can hear it. I might pause it in between. I'll play it twice maybe, so in case you didn't hear part of it, you can hear it again, so you don't have to rewind. We'll see. So I'll try. Hi, Fran. Sorry, I'm just trying to turn the volume all the way up. Okay, so I guess you do remember the questions that I've asked, so I guess I'll play and hopefully you guys can hear it. So.
Hi Fran, it's Carmel Baird, and I'm here doing your problem solved reading. So the answer from Spirit is that there is a baby coming soon. I know you don't want to hear that. I do think the number 5 is predominant, so 5 months away, or the 5th month, which is January, February, March, April, May. Number 5 seems to stand out. Your rainbow baby will be there before you know it.
And note how she said rainbow baby. I never mentioned rainbow baby to her at all. Like, not a lot of people, unless you've lost a baby, know about the term. It seems like that term is just becoming a little bit bigger because people are starting to be more aware of what it actually means. And obviously rainbow baby is the baby after a loss that you actually get to keep. And I simply, when I phrased my question, I simply asked if the next pregnancy would be viable. So she obviously mentions a rainbow baby, which kind of means it would, but let's keep listening.
I also want to let you know that your angels are doing more than okay, surrounding you with feathers, birds, and flickering the lights. They want to let you know that they're with you at all times. Now this baby that's coming, try to think positive. You don't need any stress in your life right now. You really need to keep an open mind. They also want me to talk about someone with the letter L name, like Lori or Laura. It may be something even more unique than that, like...
Sorry, my phone keeps stopping.
It's like, almost as if I feel like I'm saying a name like Lucy or Lucinda or something in even a different language. Anyway, the point being is that number 5, 5th month, 5th day, 5 months from now, 5. That's what's important for you guys to know.
Now, to me, the whole letter L thing, I can't get into too much of detail. Like, I don't want to say what the L name is. I haven't even told my mom, Matt, anybody about what my plan was if we were to have a girl. And my grandmother's name is a hyphenated first name, so it's not like a first name and a middle name. It's legit, like, kind of like you would say Mary Ann or something. Like, that is legit, like, a whole name, no middle name. And her second part of that hyphenated name starts with an L. And I never liked the way that it sounded in German, but like a couple of months ago, I heard somebody actually say it in English, and I love the way that it was pronounced in English. And so in my head, I was always like, I want to include that name in my baby girl's name if we do get to have a baby girl. And nobody knew that. Not Matt knew that. Nobody knew what I was thinking. And the fact that she could tell me that and that's what she meant, like, it still gives me goosebumps because I'm like, nobody would have known except my angel babies because they're around me all the time. So that to me made it so much more real, knowing that they're around me, that they're actually watching over us, that they are actually here and they're doing okay. And they are, like, legit watching over us because there's no way that Carmel could have known about that. There's no way anybody could have known about that because that was one of the things that I only talked to myself about pretty much. So that in itself is just such like an amazing thing to experience, and I will be forever grateful for this message. And yeah, it just made everything else more real. So I'm hoping, because that part was obviously right, that the other parts will be right too. I'll be okay with 5 more months. I'll be okay with 5 more days, whichever one would be the truth about any of this. But it just gives us more hope again, and just something to look forward to, and I think that's something exciting. So to also answer you guys' question, we are going to keep trying. I don't see a difference in between taking birth control to get a cycle every month or taking Femera every month and actually having a chance. And I know there's like a lot, like, I don't know, it's been like such a roller coaster, but I've been thinking about this long and hard lately, and as long as I stay the way that I am right now, where we're not obsessing about things, but we have the option to obsess about it if we chose to. Like, if I wanted to start temping OPKs, I have the choice to. As long as it doesn't bring me back to the point where I was before, where I was miserable, where I wasn't enjoying life, where I haven't been able to focus on anything else. It just consumed me and made me so miserable to be obsessing. And I know that time is going to come again where I'm going to obsess and not be happy and be crying and just miserable. But for right now, this is where we're at. We are just going to take our Femera, and we're going to take it day by day. Whether we choose to just try not prevent, but try kind of thing, or whatever, is up to us. And I'm going to take you guys along this journey with us, as long as you want to be with us. I know that there's been like a lot of back and forth lately with, I'm giving up, I'm done, I'm over it, to let's do IUI. I'm done, I'm over this, I'm completely over it. Like, I'm not supposed to have a child, to, okay, we tried. And believe me, it's just as confusing for you guys as it is for me. And this channel is about being real. And being real to me right now is what I'm feeling. That is probably what a lot of you guys are feeling, because infertility is a nightmare. It is hell. It is like emotionally draining. It is so many things, and I feel like a lot of people sugarcoat it, and they're just like, oh, here we did this, and this is great, and that, and now we're trying this, and oh well, that didn't work. That's not how it is. That's not how real feelings are, and that's not what I'm gonna be about. And that's not, like, if I'm gonna make a video crying tomorrow and the next day I'm back and I'm saying yay, then that's what it is. That's exactly what I'm feeling, and that's exactly what I want to share. And I hope that you guys love or like the fact that I am that way, the fact that I am sharing every raw emotion, every feeling that I have going on. Well, not every, I've stopped making videos as regularly as I want, and I want to be more on here, and I will, I promise. During winter, it's hard to have the energy to do anything around here, and I have this new energy now that it's sunny out. I feel a whole lot different, and I have a new outlook on all of this. and I'm trying to do other things on the side to focus my energy on something else and not be so obsessed about infertility. Like, don't get me wrong, a baby is still pretty much the main goal, but like, I'm 24 years old. Matt just turned 29 like 2 weeks ago. I don't want to look back at my life and be upset that I wasted so much. Not wasted, that is not the right word to use, because anything on a baby is not wasted. But that I just used up so much of my time, so much of my energy and my youth pretty much to have a baby and to be so miserable and everything else. I want to have something else that I can look back to and be like, it was upsetting, it was sad, whether the outcome is what we want it to be or it isn't. But you had something else that could make you happy, something else that inspired you, something else that, I don't know. And I'm working on that this year, and I'm hoping it all works out and that I can share it with you guys what I'm working on. I don't want to jinx it, because it seems like whenever I say something, things just start going south and they don't work out. So as soon as I know more, I'll let you guys know. But anyway, I'll play this message again for you guys just one more time from start to finish, no stopping, so you guys can hear the whole thing. Let me know how you're interpreting it, if there's anything that you think is going on that you don't like or that you do like, or something that you read into it. I would love to hear more. So here's the message again.
Hi Fran, it's Carmel Baird, and I'm here doing your problem solved reading. So the answer from Spirit is that there is a baby coming soon. I know you don't want to hear that. I do think the number 5 is predominant, so 5 months away, or the 5th month, which is January, February, March, April, May. Number 5 seems to stand out. Your rainbow baby will be there before you know it. I also want to let you know that your angels are doing more than okay, surrounding you with feathers, birds, and flickering the lights. They want to let you know that they're with you at all times. Now, this baby that's coming, try to think positive. You don't need any stress in your life right now. You really need to keep an open mind. They also want me to talk about someone with the letter L name, like Lori or Laura. It may be something even more unique than that. Like, it's like almost as if I feel like I'm saying a name like Lucy or Lucinda.
Sorry, my phone battery's like almost dead. That's why I keep stopping.
Something in even a different language. Anyway, the point being is that number 5, 5th month, 5th day, 5 months from now, 5. That's what's important for you guys to know.
So let me know what you guys think to this message. I hope it worked out. I know this is a long video again. Like always. On another note, I'm hoping I can film a video next week, because I know there's going to be some emotions happening next week. For those of you that don't remember, next week on the 15th of this month is when we would technically have a 1-year-old running around. And on that day last year, we had our second positive pregnancy test. So all in all, it's going to be a hard day and a hard weekend. Not that every day isn't hard, but those days, they just hit you extremely hard. And it makes it even more hard this year because it's Easter on that weekend. So it's going to be really, really hard and really upsetting. And I already know that this whole happy energy that I have right now is going to go down the drain that next week. But I'll have a video out next week, I promise. I'm not sure what it's going to be about yet, but I'll have something up, some kind of update, something for you guys, just to talk to you guys. And again, thank you guys so much for sticking around. And if you're joining this channel, I hope you like what you hear, and I hope that you find some kind of comfort knowing that there's somebody out here that is going to be real with you guys and not sugarcoat things and just be raw with what's happening. Anyway, I have to edit this and post this for you guys, so I'll see you guys next week at some point. Bye, guys.